In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Queen song My Baby Does Me from the 1989 Queen album The Miracle. I had a request for this one come in. I've just completed a video of playing it along with the record with the guitar tab on screen, so check that video out in the description of this video. So the song itself starts out with this phrase. It's in C minor, starting on the 10th fret of the G string. I'm going to bend that up and move to the 11th of B. Then on the high E string we're going 8, 11, 10, 8. Moving to the 11th of B and then bending it up. So we've got like that. We then come to our next phrase, which goes again bending the 10th fret of G up, moving through the 8th of B and E, 11, 10, 8 on the high E string, 11th of B, finishing on the 10th of G. We then have our next phrase, which goes so moving from the 10th of G through the 8th of B and E, back to the 8th of B, then the 11th up, and then moving through the 10th of E, 11th of B and 10th of G. So we've got that. We then finish off with this phrase. Double stop on the 8th of B and E. We're going to bend the 11th up, and then we just hear very faintly on the 13th fret of the high E. So altogether our introduction should sound something like this. We then move to the bass line, but we can just hear a clean guitar being played, and I'll play that through and then we'll slow it down. Which we'll call that our verse. So starting on the 5th fret of the G, 5th to 8th on the D, like a hammer on, back to the 5th of G. So you got that. Moving up to now to the 8th fret of the G, to the 8th fret of D, hammer on to the 10th this time, back to the 8th of G. We're then going to move up to the 10th fret, so we're moving from the 10th of G to the 10th of D, hammer on to the 13th, to the 10th of G, so we should have that. To the 12th of G, we then have this phrase, moving from 12 to 10 on G, to the 13th of D, back to the 10th of G. So that. We then have the 10th of G, 13, 12, 13 on the D. Then on the D string we're going 13, 12, 10, 12 to the 9th, finishing on the 10th of A. that verse should sound like this. Like that. We then back to our lead guitar and we have this fill. Which is the same as our very first bit on the intro. We then come to this bit where we're moving through 10th of G, moving through the 8th of B in the high E, 11, 10, 8 on the high E, to the 11th of B, and we're going to bend the 13th of high E up. So all together that should sound like this. We're then going to play our verse again, that clean guitar part, and then we come to a solo, so it sounds something like this. If we watch the video of it being played along with the record, this will kind of clarify exactly what's going on. But again, we're in C minor scale. We're going to bend the 10th fret of G up, move to the 8th of B, kind of double stop on the 10th fret of the G and the 11th fret of B, and we're going to bend that 10th fret up. So we've got that. Double stop on the 8th fret of B and E, bend the 13th up of B, go through the 10th. We could bend the 13th fret up, or we could just play it on the 15th, so we've got that. Like that. As the song goes on, we hear this 22nd fret of the high E string being bent up, and we can just hear it faint in the record like that. Like that. It then goes to a clean guitar. Again, this part is probably, like I say, better if you watch the video of it being played along with the record to clarify things. But we'll play an F minor, moving it with G with our root note on the 10th fret of A. We then hear a bass line played, and then we hear this, which I suppose is technically a G/B, where we're playing the 14th fret of A, the 12th fret of the D and the G. Like that. The song goes on, we hear another little fill where the double stop on the 10th fret of B in the high E, and it kind of slides into the 6th. Like that. Again, before we get really to the outro solo, we hear some very light, like clean guitar, just mixed in with the bass line, and it can just be discerned. But we have something like this. Which is the 8th fret of G, hammering on from the 8th to the 10th on the D, back to the 8th of G. Okay, I'm going to do that 4 times. There's a light sprinkling of another guitar if we listen to the record. We then get to that, that we just hear before we back to the lead guitar again, where we hear this phrase, which is moving from the 8th to the 11th. We then hear this phrase, which is very similar to our original intro phrase, where we're bending the 10th fret of G up, moving through the 8th of B in the high E, then we're going to go 11, 10, 8 on the high E to the 11th of B, do that again and again, and then bend the 11th up. So we should have that. Then hear this phrase. Or something like that. Again, 10th fret of the G, 11th fret of B. We're going to bend that 10th fret up. We're going from 11 to 13 on the B and bending the 13th up. 13 to 15, bending the 15th up. We then move to the 18th, we're going to bend and release. Move to the 16th and then bend the 18th up. We then hear the 11th of B hammered on to the 13th, and then it's kind of, we hear that like that. We're just sliding and then back up. So that bit should sound like this. Right at the end, things start fading out, but we do hear this. So moving from the 8th of the B to the G, hammering onto the 10th. We then hear the 10th being bent, moving through the 8th of B and E, 11, 10, 8 on the high E. Then 11, 13 on B. So we have that. We then hear this phrase. So we're going to bend that 10th of G, 8, 10th of D, and then on the G string 8, 10, 8, 7. So we have that. And as things really start to fade out, we hear just bending the 10th fret of G, moving through the 8th frets of the B and E, back to the 8th of B, and then bend the 11th up. So we should have that. We then hear so 10 on G, 8, 11 on the B, bending the 13th up. There is one more little phrase being played, but I cannot make that out, I hear it, but that's really as it's faded out. So as always, thank you for watching, and I really hope that helps go part of the way to helping you understand and how to play Queen's My Baby Does Me.